You are watching News 9 Live. I am Krishna Kumar, and we are discussing the annual meeting of the RSS, which is called the Akhil Bharatiya Pratinidhi Sabha. It's a 3-day meeting that is taking place this year from the 12th of March to the 14th of March, which has concluded. And we have the General Secretary of the RSS, Dattatreya Hosabale, speaking to the media on this occasion. It's an annual occasion, and we are understanding everything, all aspects about it. And to help us do that, joining me here in the studio is our political editor, Mr. Brajesh Pandey. Brajesh, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us. Before we go listen into what Mr. Dattatreya Hosabale had to say, let's quickly understand the significance of, the Akhil Bharatiya Pratinidhi Sabha. Tell us how important is it generally, and how important is it this year in particular?
Well, Krishna, this is the most important Sammelan. Why? Because this is the apex body of RSS which decides on how, what kind of steps, the RSS has taken during the course of the day, how they evaluate the work which has done so far, and how they lay down the structure, the kind of work that has to be done in the future, that is the next 1 year, before another Akhil Bharatiya Pratinidhi Sabha takes place. So it's an apex decision-taking body of the RSS, and it's extremely crucial where the RSS chief and the RSS top guns lay down what exactly they mean when they say a particular thing, where exactly the RSS stands vis-a-vis various other critical issues. So it is an extremely important event that has taken place.
All right, fair enough. So we're going to help understand what exactly went on in those 3 days over the course of the next 20 odd minutes, 25 minutes or so. We begin by listening to what the General Secretary of the RSS, Dattatreya Hosabale, had to say at the end of the 3-day meeting of the Akhil Bharatiya Pratinidhi Sabha of the RSS.
वो अपने पॉलिटिकल एजेंडा से चलते हैं, हमारा और उनका कंपटीशन पॉलिटिकल फील्ड के हमारा नहीं है। वो संघ के बारे में कहते तो मैं इतना ही कहूँगा, कांग्रेस के उनके पूर्वजों ने भी संघ के ऊपर बहुत सारे ऐसे किया। देश के लोग भी, दुनिया के लोग भी संघ को अपने अनुभव से देख रहे हैं, सीख रहे हैं। रियलिटी क्या है सबको मालूम है, शायद वो भी जानते होंगे, लेकिन मैं इतना ही कहना चाहता हूँ, एक प्रमुख राजनीतिक पक्ष के प्रमुख नेता के नाते he should express more responsibly and see the reality.
Right, the situation क्या है सबको पता है. Brajesh Pandey, your initial thoughts, on that soundbite of Dattatreya Hosabale.
Well, what Dattatreya Hosabale was trying to say was about, the kind of allegations that has been leveled by the BJP. BJP makes all kind of allegation against the RSS. They call it, an organization which spreads hatred in the country. They also, one of the things which we are going to discuss in next few minutes is also about how women have no place as far as the RSS hierarchical structure is concerned, and a whole host of allegations and criticism leveled by Rahul Gandhi. And I think Dattatreya Hosabale was trying to justify or trying to explain that there should be a maturity in the dialogue, or the accusations which have been leveled by Rahul Gandhi, and also that they should understand the perspective with which the RSS speaks, and not merely generalize and speak his mind just because they come from diverse political background.
All right. And not just about the RSS and other things that concern the RSS. The General Secretary of the RSS, Dattatreya Hosabale, also had something to say about Rahul Gandhi. Let's quickly listen to that.
पॉलिटिकल एजेंडा से चलते हैं, हमारा और उनका कंपटीशन पॉलिटिकल फील्ड के हमारा नहीं है। वो संघ के बारे में कहते तो मैं इतना ही कहूँगा, कांग्रेस के उनके पूर्वजों ने भी संघ के ऊपर बहुत सारे ऐसे किया। देश के लोग भी, दुनिया के लोग भी संघ को अपने अनुभव से देख रहे हैं, सीख रहे हैं। रियलिटी क्या है सबको मालूम है, शायद वो भी जानते होंगे, लेकिन मैं इतना ही कहना चाहता हूँ, एक प्रमुख राजनीतिक पक्ष के प्रमुख नेता के नाते he should express more responsibly and see.
Right, right. Taking responsibility. Brijesh, you want to comment on that?
I think, yeah, you just, as we were discussing right now, basically what Dattatreya Hosbole is trying to say is that, that when you talk about a Sangh, you should better understand the party, and then if you are a responsible leader, then you should express it more responsibly, not just make some random comments and run away with it. He also spoke about how, previous prime ministers, basically was referring to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and also Indira Gandhi and other senior Congress leaders who have made a voice concern about the functioning of RSS, where exactly RSS stands vis-a-vis various other things. One very important accusation, constant accusation which Congress puts in is also that, RSS has no role to play in the freedom struggle of the country. So that is one accusation of the Congress party which Sangh doesn't like, because it is and this is the reason why I think Dattatreya Hosbole is trying to explain the entire of the
cycle of things,
and from where Rahul Gandhi is coming and how he should display more maturity as far as these utterances are concerned.
All right. So this is not just about what me and Brajesh think. We have some very special guests joining us. We have Mr. Sanjeev Vanyal, political analyst, joining us, and along with him, senior journalist Mr. Rashid Kidwai, joining us as well. Thank you, both of you gentlemen, for being with us here on News 9 Live. I'm going to begin with Mr. Sanjeev Vanyal. Sanjeev, talk to us and give us your initial thoughts on this particular annual meeting and the kind of messages being sent out by the RSS at this stage, and in particular their reaction to what Rahul Gandhi has been saying.
I'll start with that quote, Sangathan Gade Chalo, Supanth Par Bade Chalo. I was going through a book of RSS, so they always believe in Sangathan. And you see, what type of organization is this? You see the discipline. Sometimes I get surprised. It is Akhil Bharatiya Pratinidhi Sabha. And Pratinidhi is the representation of the concerned area from where you belong to. A Pratinidhi is representing like Pitampura, like Noida, like Saharanpur. So you see what type of discipline they carry. Salutes, hats off first of all. And now these are most decisive. I think Akhil Bharatiya Pratinidhi Sabha is as RSS itself is a peculiar Sangathan. So the peculiarity of that Sangathan speaks about the volume about its Pratinidhi Sabha. And this Pratinidhi Sabha is also not different, but I have seen the depth of this organization, the maturity which I was listening to Hosboleji was saying about Dattatreya Hosboleji, General Secretary of Rashtriya Samsevak Sangh. The maturity level of this organization, at least he is the top, he is the second boss, because President Sir Sangh Chalakji and General Secretary, he was saying something about Rahul Gandhi. He should be serious. He should be more responsible. Then what's wrong in it? Right. We should be responsible. Now, the peculiar thing about this organization, this Pratinidhi Sabha, is they have given a tribute, homage to Shanti Bhushan, who fought all the cases against all the right wings, against Rashtriya Samsevak Sangh. But they have given a tribute to him, to Sharad Yadav and to Mulayam Singh Yadav, who were Ghor Virodi.
Fair enough. Sanjeev Vanyal, just hold on a second. We have Brajesh Pandey coming in with a question for you, Sanjeev. Even before we go to Rashid Kidwai, please hold on with us, Mr. Kidwai. We're just going to, there's a question from Brajesh to Sanjeev Vanyal. Brajesh, go ahead.
Sanjeev ji, I just wanted to ask you one question. When Dattatreya Hosbole was asking Rahul Gandhi to show maturity, what exactly was he referring to? Was it about the Rahul Gandhi's and Congress constant accusation that Sangh had no role to play as far as freedom struggle is concerned? Or any particular remark of Rahul Gandhi which he had in mind when he was talking about or asking him to display political maturity?
Rashtriya Samsevak Sangh never believe in counter questions, counter answers. This I have seen in 1925 onwards we have seen. And you have also gone through a good history. You have a good history and good background of whatsoever you have read in the RSS also. And same with me. They never gave counter even to Jawaharlal Nehru, even to Srimati Indira Gandhi, and even to so many leaders. They have never given any answer, but they work on the ground level. That is their way of working. So I think you are asking a very, very important question. What he was interested to give an indication to the citizens of this country about Rahul Gandhi was that at least the opposition, because now a very responsible government is at the center. You're the fifth economy of the world. Then the opposition should be very mature enough. If Indira Gandhi ji was very mature, very strong lady, iron lady, that time Atal Bihari Vajpayee was having a space. He used to say something and everybody used to listen to him. And he has been sent to a number of times to different countries also, although he belongs to different school of thoughts. So
All right.
this type of maturity is needed. I
Right.
think his indication was towards this, only this point.
Fair enough. Let's take this across to Rashid Kidwai quickly. Then, Rashid, talk to us your initial thoughts on the message being sent out by the General Secretary of the RSS at the end of their annual meeting.
I think if you ask me broadly, it's always very welcoming. There is a structured, discussion, and if an organization, cultural or otherwise, deems it fit to talk about harmony in society, but the everything is we are a action-oriented society. We want to see results. If the RSS really means in having a social harmony, which I think it wants to, then it must also rein in all those, even if there are rogue elements or the name of religion are trying to create disharmony. Because the biggest way to achieve harmony is to set an example. We have seen number of times even Prime Minister has spoken against various Gentile groups and violence, lynching incidents and all. But the fact of the matter is it should end, or there should be rule of law, or there should be a legal recourse. So all these things are there. I think inclusion of women, trying to carry everyone along. These are all lofty principles, always easier said than done. If something is being done, then it's always very welcoming.
Rashid bhai, Brijesh here. I just wanted to ask you one question. How do you see this paying homage to Chaudhry Charan Singh and Mulayam Singh Yadav? It has created a bit of buzz in Uttar Pradesh. How do you view this, and also the fact that that RSS has spoken about more increasing participation of women, and this is one of the constant accusation which is leveled by Rahul Gandhi about how RSS organizational hierarchy doesn't have any representation for women, and it's been an on and on accusation against the RSS.
Yes. So, Brajesh, I think, you heard Mr. Unyal, my friend Unyal, saying that RSS is a very peculiar organization. You can consider it as a cultural, non-political. You can consider it as someone which is has a very lot of political influence. It has its own agenda, which is visible, and something which is behind the scene. So, therefore, it's a very checkered history. If you look at the Congress and RSS kind of relations or lack of it, it has a lot of highs and lows. There was a time, as Mr. Unyal was saying, that the RSS, Mr. Bajpayee, Nanaji Deshmukh, they had a very high praise for Indira Gandhi. Another time, they were very critical of her also. Similarly, Rajiv Gandhi, he had this kind of understanding with the Bala Sahib Devars or his brother. In 1984 election, after Indira Gandhi's assassination, it was said that the RSS had helped the Congress indirectly, and there are several congressmen who away from public domain have some kind of functional ties with the RSS, or the other way, the Congress. So RSS has a fixed agenda in courting all political parties, and I think that's where Mulayam Singh Yadav, Charan Singh, etc. figure in. Now, I don't want to get into the details of what are these dynamics, but somehow, since we talk about culture and politics, these are all very intriguing actually areas. So while somebody acted for you by acting against you, so we would never know for sure. But the tribute for the dead is welcoming. It's in sync with our society and civilizational ethos, etc. It's welcoming.
Right. You're talking about the entire history of the RSS with the Congress Party. How would you, categorize the relationship at this particular point in time? Considering the way the politics is, the Congress Party is not the ruling party anymore. It's going to be a decade nearly. The RSS's annual meeting gets more media coverage today than ever before. If I'm going to come to Sanjeev Unyal with that first, and then I can go to Mr. Rashid Kidwai after that. Sanjeev.
Previously, RSS was never interested to come on the media and do advertisement and whatsoever they were doing. Although they have 36 organizations which are working in the different fields, and all organizations' representation is here in this Pratinidhi Sabha also. So previously, they were never interested that if they are doing some social work of any type of work, the news should be there. But now they have they have developed a different type of mode of operandi. They have developed like anything. This is the beauty of the flexibility of this organization, speaks volume about its growth. That is the beauty of this organization. They were used to wear knicker, so people used to say you have been recognized only by the knicker. But on the same breath, They have changed to the trouser. So it speaks volume that they have a lot of flexibility. The organization which has got flexibility always grows. That is the reason of their development. Now, the second thing which is very important, now if we see 1925, there were no prachar tantra. Now, you might be knowing number of times, because Sunil Ambekar, who is the national prachar pramukh of Rashtriya Samsevak Sangh, he has briefed the journalists also in this particular program also. So now the RSS wants to come near to the people. They want to come to the journalists so that they know the power of the journalists. They know the power of the TV. That's why people come to know exactly about the RSS. That is the reason. That's why this debate is going on. Previously, Akhil Bharatiya Pratinidhi Sabha is going on from last 60 years. Out of 90 years, almost 75 years of journey, 60 years they were doing Pratinidhi Sabha. You have never covered. TV9 has never thought of going into or any other media. But now, since they want to come near to the journalists so that people should come to know what exactly is RSS. So that is the beauty, flexibility, and development and growth of this organization. I'll complete in one sentence. I was going through the newspaper day before yesterday when Seven Sisters work was there. Out of 3 elections,
Right, right.
2 states have 87% of Christians.
Right.
Then
I'm just, Rashid Kidwai is smiling. I just want him to comment on it. Sanjeev, if you could just hold your thought for a second. Just for a second. I'm seeing Rashid Kidwai having a smile. Rashid, you want to comment on Sanjeev's thoughts?
Yes, I think it's a very simple thing that each organization or particular individual must declare itself its intent. Is RSS political or not? I mean, in what capacity the RSS, General Secretary is talking about Rahul Gandhi's remarks and asking him to be mature. See, in terms of maturity, it takes two to tango. We know, we have seen Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi at in Canada, in Denmark, in several other places, even in China, talking about Indian politics and talking about Congress के 60 साल में कुछ नहीं हुआ, people were ashamed to be Indian, the Indian passport had no value, which was, somebody can say that it was very away from the reality, because India has always had a pride of place, whether it was a pre-independence or post-independent India, more so in the post-independent India. So if you take a political position, then obviously you will come under the scrutiny of various things. Rahul Gandhi and the RSS are ideologically very different, and the differences have been there from so to say from time immemorial, from its inception. So the ideological differences would be there. But if the RSS is asking Rahul Gandhi to observe maturity, which he should observe maturity, then can the RSS express the same thing to the other side? To Giriraj Singh and to several other people who also do a lot of what can be described as a loose talk. That is my question.
Well, that's very eloquently put, Rashid Bhai. Sanjeev ji, see, of late we have also seen, I mean, the RSS call itself a cultural organization. You said that they do retaliate or respond. That was my first question to you. But then where was the need for Dattatreya Hosbole to ask Rahul Gandhi act maturely, or the way he spoke about it? If the RSS doesn't retaliate, then what was the need for it? And the second question would be,
First of all, RSS is purely a cultural organization, never a political organization.
But Sanjeev ji, you seriously believe that? You seriously believe that, or you expect us to believe that?
Yes, 101%. 101%. No one from the RSS has ever got ticket. Some Sangathan Mantris could be placed because they have 36 or 37 organizations.
Sanjay ji, the nuts and the bolts.
Let me complete. If you intermingle number of things, I'll not be answering.
No, I'm not intermingling. I'm not intermingling. We see this. We allow our guests to speak as freely as possible.
Exactly.
So we not. I'm just merely adding a line there.
Raised number of queries, and you have raised. So I can intermingle both of you because your question and your line of asking was almost the same. So my answer is, nobody from the RSS in last 75 years has ever got ticket. No one knows that it has any type of agenda. What Mr. Rashid was saying, agenda is not a right word for a nationalist organization. Now I'll give the answer why every citizen, or moreover the world's largest social organizations, had or general secretary can anytime give a suggestion to any political party's head while looking into the past history that when Jawaharlal Nehru used to govern this country, it was having a loud voice all over globally. And now when Indira Gandhi Iron Lady used to work and used to govern this country, everyone knows the power of the India. But now when the opposition party is carrying that type of person who is to be little bit mature, then a social organization's head can always give this answer to a question put it to by the general secretary. So I think I am near to your answer if you'll agree. My second question, my second answer was social organization has a social role. That's why Sarsang Chalak ji has number of times said in Vigyan Bhavan in I think 2019 program.
Absolutely, I was there.
Sarsang Chalak ji said that still I am learning. Somebody has asked from the journalist, ki what is RSS? What exactly is RSS? So then Sarsang Chalak ji himself said, I myself is learning what RSS is. I am inside RSS, but I don't know what is RSS. This speaks volume. So Rashid ji, by reading the books, we cannot understand RSS. If you want to know the exact taste of Rasgulla, then you have to eat Rasgulla. You have to.
Rashid bhai, if I can ask Rashid bhai one question. You see, the Sarsang Chalak has not understood what RSS is, but have you understood what RSS is? Is it a cultural organization as many of them claim, or is it the remote control, the organization with the nuts and the bolts?
I'm a very small man and I don't consider myself equipped to, answer this. But this I'll tell you, I have a lot of experience of people in public life. Look what Rahul Gandhi was saying throughout Bharat Jodo Yatra. He was saying, Rahul Gandhi to mar gaya, wo to Rahul Gandhi hai nahi. What you're saying is something different. So people I have seen BP Singh also. I can go on quoting politicians, making this posture. So this is a very clever ploy, very intelligent ploy. When a question is asked, how to deflect it. Then you say that the RSS Sanchalak or Sanchalak saying that he is still discovering. Rahul Gandhi is saying he is trying to, he has left that Gandhi, the person that fifth generation dynasty. So he has just got rid of it. So these are all the ploys are there. They don't really answer. We may appreciate, we may feel delighted, we may write about it, but it leaves things where they stand, and there is a certain ambiguity. That's the long and short of it.
Right. That's the long and short of it, is the one coming in from Rashid Kidwai. Gentlemen, stay with us. Let's quickly listen into the highlights of that meeting, the annual meeting of the RSS, which is the Akhil Bharatiya Pratinidhi Sabha, which has been happening for the last 60 years, for every year. So this year, two big messages coming in from the RSS. The focus of the RSS for the next year is going to be on women and the youth of the country. Let's listen to what the General Secretary of the RSS, Dattatreya Hosabale, had to say on these two matters.
अगली पीढ़ी के कार्यकर्ताओं को जल्दी नेतृत्व देने की दृष्टि से तैयार करना और समाज में किसी भी प्रकार के भेदभाव दे हुए इसको एक सुंदर समरस समाज बनाने की दृष्टि से जहां जहां आवश्यक है उस प्रयत्न को हम समर्थन भी करेंगे, सहयोग भी देंगे, सहयोग लेंगे भी। शाखा में महिला है, ये संघ में हमने चर्चा नहीं की। मीडिया में चर्चा बहुत लोगों ने की होगी, हमने नहीं की। संघ के शाखा प्रत्यक्ष जो होता है वो पुरुषों के एक्टिविटी है। सुबह 5:30 बजे इकट्ठे होते हैं, शाम को 8 बजे इकट्ठे होते हैं। पुरुषों के कार्यक्रम चलते हैं, वहाँ खेल होता है, ड्रिल होता है, दंड करते हैं। तो स्वाभाविक है उसको हमने पुरुषों को किया। तो महिलाओं के लिए चाहिए कि नहीं? बिल्कुल चाहिए। इसलिए राष्ट्र सेविका समिति इसी प्रकार के कार्य वो भी करती है। उन्होंने भी विचार किया है जिला केंद्र तक पहुंचने का। महिलाओं को पुरुष जैसे प्रवास करना वगैरह में स्वाभाविक रूप से कुछ सीमाएं रहती हैं, इसलिए उनके कार्य उस गति से चल रही है।
That's the General Secretary of the RSS. Let's now get in closing comments from our colleague Brijesh Pandey. Brijesh, to sum it up, clearly messages coming in as far as women is concerned. One question always asked about the RSS, what about the women? What about the women? Where are the women? And clearly now that issue being addressed by the General Secretary. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it is a leap of faith as far as the RSS is concerned. They know the significance of the statement which has been made by Dattatreya Hosbole. You know, RSS is women wings like Durga Vahini and others. But till now, the hierarchical, the structure has been such that no woman has found place till now. So I think that was one challenge which was before the RSS. And if you notice also that the current Sarsang Chalak, Mohan Bhagwat, you know, has been pretty eloquent in the last 4-5 years about how he wishes to change the organization, how he wishes to see the future of the RSS. And I think this is an extremely important step which has been announced by General Secretary of the RSS, Dattatreya Hosbole.
Right, and of course, clearly, you know, when it comes to expanding the base of the RSS, that means that the youth of the country reaching out to more of them and communicating with them, you know, appearing on, you know, media outlets, you know, voicing their opinion. Clearly, youth is the other focus apart from women as far as this annual meeting is concerned of the RSS. Brijesh.
Well, yes, you know, they have been reaching out to youths, and they also know that, you know, that if in order to ensure that there's a larger, if you ask, like, you know, continuity of the Modi government, and even after that, they will have to attract youth in, and that is the reason why this Pratinidhi Sabha also, there was a lot of talk about, you know, how to ensure that the participation of youths increases. So I think that was the second important message, other than the fact that yes, that women will also have a bigger role, a larger role as far as their organizational structure is concerned. They also spoke a lot about how to expand shakhas, because, you know, they are the microcosm of the existence of RSS, you know, and ever since the government has come to power, the number of shakhas has increased exponentially. So I think, you know, they want to expand on to the increasing power, because, you know, nothing works without the political patronage, and as the politics of the country in the last 8 years, it has seen an increase in number of shakhas, and this is something which the RSS would definitely want to see more increase to.
All right, and with that, we've completely run out of time on this particular edition, this particular show here on News 9 Live. We will be bringing you lots more in just a bit. But for now, let's thank our good friend and colleague Brijesh Pandey for joining us, our political editor, for joining us and helping us understand the annual meeting of the RSS. Brijesh, thank you so much, and continue to be with us on such subjects as often as possible. And with that, we wrap up this particular discussion.